Well, after much speculation, the news is coming in that current RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan has categorically denied a second stint. He has said no to the second term as the head of the central bank. Rajan has told his colleagues in the RBI in a letter that he will be returning to academics after his term ends on the 4th of September. Now, there has been a significant political backlash as well after the BJP leader Subramaniam Swamy had attacked Rajan and had written to the Prime Minister urging him to sack Rajan because he was deliberately trying to wreck the Indian economy. Mr. Swamy's comments faced a counter from the Congress party as well, during whose tenure Raghuram Rajan was appointed. Now, Swamy accused Rajan and other officials of the RBI of money laundering and has sought formation of a special investigation team to probe into the charges. But the news that has been coming from the Finance Ministry so far has been that Raghuram Rajan was a leading candidate for a second term. We do have more reactions coming in. Let's take a listen. Speculations and possibilities of continuing as an RBI governor. His term ends on 4th of September. He has said that he will be returning to academics. Now, for the first time, a panel has been formed to appoint an RBI governor. This panel was formed last week, and now they will have a task cut out for them to decide who could be the next to succeed Raghuram Rajan after he has declined voluntarily, being the first one to say, I will not continue as the RBI governor. We have Shweta Punj, who is joining us at the moment from Business Today. Now, Shweta, this has been a speculation for long. Rajan completely ending it and saying that I am not interested in continuing as the RBI governor. I would come back to academics.
Yes, Devina, interesting piece of news coming out, definitely, because there was a lot of speculation around whether Governor Rajan will get a second term, or would he want to get a second term. His tenure has been quite interesting. Of course, he has definitely expanded the role of the RBI. However, I do know from my sources in the Finance Ministry that there was a sense of concern that the governor had often gone out and spoken on occasions on subjects he should have stayed away from, and he had openly also criticized the government, something that had probably not gone down very well with a lot of people. And having said that, of course, Governor Rajan's monetary policy has been he has been fairly effective in controlling inflation. He has, on more occasions than one, taken on different issues, and he's been he was the voice of conscience, or at least that's the image that was portrayed. So, end of speculation for now.
And also the space of confidence for the Indian economy as well to the global investors, Shweta, because we had seen that after Subramaniam Swamy's comments erupted, how FIIs chose to exit India when there were heightened speculation at that time that Raghuram Rajan could have been removed from the RBI governor's post. Now that he has voluntarily declined taking up the second term, we'll have to wait and watch how the FIIs react. But here's a reaction from the man who has said that Rajan should not get a second term. In fact, he should be subject to a probe alleging that there have been irregularities in granting banking license. Subramaniam Swamy speaking out.
Material to sustain this, they should appeal to the Supreme Court. After all, even this particular trial was made possible by the Supreme Court, and therefore just to say this to the media is not enough, because both sides have expressed dissatisfaction with the judgment, and I think those who don't find this judgment acceptable, they should go to the Supreme Court to challenge it.
Mr. Swamy, one question again. The few industrialists have written letter to Prime Minister regarding giving second term to Raghuram Rajan. They have also asked PM to break his silence on it.
Well, Raghuram Rajan is an employee of the Government of India. We don't select employees on the basis of popular vote, that too of industrialists.
Sir, I have a question. Sir, yesterday you told that regarding this right concern of Jaitley, do you mean that we are unable to start black money, retrieve black money due to Jaitley's mindset?
No. I was just making a joke, and you people took it too seriously. So they kept on asking me why he's not doing this. I said, he's a lawyer. Maybe he's concerned about the fundamental rights.
That's a joke.
It was a joke. Yes.
Sir, have you drafted that what you have?
Yes, I have given to the PM.
When will we?
I've given it already. It is 20.
Now, Raghuram Rajan, who has said that he will not be interested in second term for the RBI governor's post, is leaving behind a rich legacy of inflation-focused framework. He was often also questioned on the interest rate, but he had cut interest rate by 150 basis points during his tenure. Now, this is what Subramaniam Swamy had earlier said while Rajan's appointment for the second term was being discussed.
Is sitting in a very important office called the Reserve Bank. It's the apex body which controls the monetary policy of the country and the health of the public sector banks. I think we must have a man whose integrity is completely above reproach. But his behavior has raised very fundamental questions to me. First of all, he has insisted against all good advice that he will keep the interest rates high. Who has that affected? It has affected the small industry, the medium industry. You know that in our country, you can't be an editor of a television station. Your television station, whoever is the editor, he has to be an Indian citizen. That's the law. You have to be an Indian citizen to be an MP. You have to be an Indian citizen to be a secretary of our government. Why can't you expect that the man must be a full-fledged citizen of this country to be a Reserve Bank governor? What's wrong with raising that?